cans of diet soda do you drink a day? 1, 10, 100? And how many can you drink before it becomes a problem? Well, the FDA's acceptable daily allowance says that you can eat 50 milligrams of aspartame per kilogram of body weight per day, every day, for the rest of your life, with no harmful effects. If you weigh 80 kilos, you could eat this much aspartame every day for the rest of your life, and you'd be totally fine. That can of Diet Coke has 200 milligrams of aspartame. That's this much. So if you weigh 80 kilos, you'd need to drink 20 cans of diet soda every day just.
Now, I really trust Jeff Nippard, but there have been a lot of stories about diet sodas and how it's toxic to the human body, especially the human brain.
For decades, America has had a drinking habit with diet soda. Tracy Strisky starts her day with one.
I sometimes go out of my way to work to go pick up some of these diet sodas.
A bubbly energy boost with a reputation for being a healthier alternative to sugary drinks.
I like the taste of diet soda better, and probably because it's no calories.
But enthusiasm about the health benefits of diet soda has started to go flat. Today, a new concern about the potential impact of these drinks on the brain. A provocative study now links diet soda with a higher risk of stroke and dementia. In fact, researchers found that men and women who drank as little as one diet soda a day were at almost 3 times the risk.
We are seeing an association between artificial sweetened beverages and the risk of stroke and dementia. The risk of stroke seems to be greater.
Now, NBC News is not the only one to bring up concerns about diet soda and its effect on the brain. Here, they talk about diet soda and its ability to cause stroke and dementia. But we also see CNN talking about the same issue. Here, in an article by CNN called Artificial Sweeteners Age the Brain by 1.5 Years, they effectively talk about how the sweeteners we find in diet soda, like Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, these sweeteners have been shown to effectively age the brain, age cognitive function of the brain. In this article, they cited a large observational study showing that people who consumed the most low or no calorie sweeteners showed a 62% faster global cognitive decline than those who consumed the lowest amount. So people who consumed a lot of sweeteners, these sweeteners are commonly found in diet sodas, effectively showed a 62% faster global cognitive decline versus people who consumed the least amount of these sweeteners. And so it was the equivalent of about 1.6 years of brain aging. So the study evaluated the most common sweeteners in diet sodas, flavored waters, and so on and so forth. So these sweeteners are like aspartame, saccharin, and effectively linked it to effectively aging the brain. This is the research article that the CNN News article cites as to the effect of artificial sweeteners on the brain and how it leads to cognitive decline. Okay, so based on this, it's very clear that there's been a lot of buzz in the news consistently for over almost a decade now as to the effect of diet soda on the brain. Generally speaking, from the research literature, artificial sweeteners have been linked to biochemical changes affecting brain function. These evidence come from animal studies and mechanistic research, and they effectively hint at the potential implications for cognition, mood, and neural processing based on consumption of artificial sweeteners. So you consume a lot of these things, there is research saying that it could cause some biochemical changes in your brain. And so here's an example of research. Here they cite that when consuming high aspartame, which is a very common sweetener found in diet sodas, participants had more irritable mood, exhibited more depression, and performed worse on spatial orientation tests. So aspartame consumption did not influence working memory, given that the higher intake level tested was, of course, below the maximum daily intake level, which is 50 milligram per kilogram. According to researchers, careful consideration is warranted when consuming food products that would affect your neural health. And so this paper effectively says, hey, high aspartame diet has been lead to irritable mood, more depression, and of course, worse performance in spatial orientation tests. Here they effectively discover that high aspartame consumption leads to memory and learning impairment in animal models. Now, this, of course, is mostly in animal models, and so further research will need to be done as to how it extends to humans. But they also cite like behavioral dysfunction, mood disorders, indicative of depression and anxiety, and they cite it in both animal and human models. So there's a lot of literature out there hinting to the idea of aspartame, which is the common sweetener in diet soda, leading to some sort of brain or cognitive misalignment. Then there's the whole perspective study that cites that aspartame and other kinds of artificial sweeteners commonly found in diet soda pretty much just ages the brain. Just because of the growing bodies of research doesn't mean we should avoid diet soda. At the end of the day, these research are much more concerned with high consumption. So let's hear from Dr. Mike as to how our approach to diet soda should be.
Diet Coke, is it healthy or is it not? By switching from a traditional cola to a cola that is 0 calorie, you are making a healthier choice. If normally you're drinking regular tap water and all of a sudden you're going to now drinking low calorie soda, I wouldn't say that's a healthier choice. Because what happens is the sweetener that's used in a lot of these colas is still true sugar. It just your body can't absorb it. It goes to your intestine where the bacteria can eat it, which then can actually send signals to your brain to have you have cravings of sugary foods.
Wow.